Welcome to Comic Confidential, our pop culture podcast, a weekly show where we discuss the hottest stuff from the wonderful world of pop culture. I'm your host, Kate Moyer, and alongside me today is Garret Elwood.
How we doing?
Very good friends. Nice. And we do have another special guest in the studio. This is someone you probably haven't heard in a little while. That is Troy, the T-Dog spinner.
T-Dog, eh?
T-Dog. You're from The Walking Dead, and now you're dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
You don't hate it?
Yeah, I don't hate it. I can handle T-Dog.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back.
You're back in the studio?
I am. It feels weird.
You're not recording in the front of your car?
No, yeah, I'm not in the front seat of my Hyundai. I'm here. I'm live. It's real. Yeah, I'm pretty keen. I'm pretty keen to get back into it and, probably have a rant or two at some point.
Yeah?
It's going to happen.
Well, we have a pretty fun episode on the banks today. We're doing like a 3-universe crossover.
Yeah.
And we're going to decide which universe would be the best one to live in, and that's out of the MCU, the DCEU, or what do they call it now? The Worlds of DC.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
Right. Which I'm kind of down with that name.
Yeah.
Because that means they can make any movie they want.
Yeah.
Just say, it's part of the DC, like, multiverse.
Yeah, yeah. What about the SUMC? The Sony Universe of Marvel characters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, nah. What is Sony doing there?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
And look, the final universe we're going to do is we're going to throw it in there because it's funny as F.
Yeah.
Is the Arrowverse, the CW verse.
Yeah, which we know, look, we understand that's DC technically, but, hey, it's different.
It's also,
we'll see how we go.
Yeah, we'll see how
it's
we
also
go.
every 12-year-old's dream, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so what have you guys been doing, man? What's been happening? I've been trying to catch up on some of the episodes.
You haven't been going week to week, mate?
Look,
this is not appropriate.
He's too busy.
No,
Too busy.
I am very busy, but I have now managed to catch up. I think, because obviously I have little secret access to future episodes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
whatnot, so I haven't listened to those yet.
How do you get that access?
Well, I think it's this little thing called Patreon or something. I don't know. I don't know how it goes. Patreon.com/pod, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I've been trying to listen. I heard the Death of Superman thing.
Episode?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
they
the
call
one.
it. It's been a while. Which was pretty good. Caught the Disney one with you and Amy.
That was actually, I actually thoroughly enjoyed that episode. That was
we've
awesome.
got
Yeah.
so much great feedback from that. So people love Disney. That's all I can say.
Cannot
from
believe
it.
though that Amy has not watched Toy Story or doesn't like it. Like, how do you not like? Anyway.
So here's the thing. I now know what it's like what it feels like to be a listener, and like how infuriating it can be, kind of sitting there listening and going, "Are you people stupid? Like, what the fuck is happening right now? How the hell are you guys gonna basically, kind of pray to Disney for an Aladdin remake when there is a goddamn live-action Aladdin remake coming next goddamn year with Will Smith as the genie?
Oh, look.
How did you miss that?
We got informed about this.
Like that,
heavily.
Okay, but that has been going on for quite some time. I feel like it's very unprofessional. I was sitting in my car.
I definitely think also like missing the actors' names sometimes. Like you're driving in your car and you're like, it's I think there was one that's like Keanu Reeves. It's like, it's Keanu Reeves. It's Keanu Reeves.
I call bullshit because I would never forget Keanu Reeves' name. But yeah, it's exactly like that. But you get to see what it's like to sit there and just rage and just go, God damn it, you idiots.
So who do you think had the better list?
Look, I would probably have to go with Amy.
Wow. So you have
No.
You're a 12-year-old girl.
Okay, all right. For starters, mate, you had Lion King at number 5.
Yeah, that's because that's where it goes.
And then you had what did you have? Like
Yeah,
Toy Story at number
he had
1?
He had Monsters Inc. in there.
Yeah, Toy Story at number 1.
Toy Story was number 1, which obviously is a great pick, by the way, Kate.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
It's a good pick.
Great pick. Amazing pick.
Hey,
Look, I'll go through my list.
that's
So
my
Yeah,
opinion.
go through your list.
number 5 was The Lion King. Number 4 was Aladdin. Number 3 was Monsters Incorporated. Number 2 was The Incredibles. And number 1 was Toy Story.
Yeah. It was a good list, mate.
Nothing
you did
wrong
well.
with that.
Wow.
You did well, kid.
Nothing wrong with that.
You did a good
I feel
job.
like you would have had The Little Mermaid
but
on
you
there.
lost. I don't know, but like the fact that I guess Amy went a little bit more Disney classic.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
think that worked in her favor for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Apart from The Incredibles. The Incredibles was a really good pick, but you didn't have number 1, did you?
Number 2.
Yeah, it's not
I just feel like the Pixar movies just have more story to them. That's all. I guess I don't know. That's
more heart.
That's just my opinion. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's more
more
heart.
heart.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I fall in love with a prince.
Well, look, I mean,
Anyway.
to their credit, they're trying to break that mold, aren't they? So,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'm a trendsetter, Troy.
Not you.
Yes.
You didn't have Frozen on your list?
As if I'm going to, mate.
Wow, mate.
I've never actually seen Frozen.
Well, all of y'all need to
I reckon.
let it go.
I reckon honorable mention though should have gone to Moana. What can
Haven't seen it.
say
Haven't seen it.
except you're welcome.
Please, please stop.
Please, no more.
Was that a Moana song or was that a rock song?
Well, he was in Moana.
No, obviously. But he wasn't Moana, was he? But
No,
I
he
can't
wasn't
remember
Moana.
what his name was. Because I haven't seen it, but I don't know what his name was.
I think it was Maui. That was his name. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
moving right along. Anyway. So that's how I feel
Fair
about
enough.
all that sort of stuff.
Troy, what are you watching this week? What have you been watching lately, actually? Because we haven't spoken in a little while.
Yeah. So I've been quite busy, but I have I've started some anime.
Hold the phone.
Hold
What?
the phones.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So I have been shout out to Zane for hooking me up with some anime. But yeah, I've been
What type of anime? Can you please clarify?
yeah. Okay. Well, it's anime, not hentai. If that's what you're trying to get at.
No octopus tentacles.
There's
at all? No?
nothing weird going on yet. No, I'm watching Attack on Titan.
Oh, I've wanted to watch this.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard really good things.
Yeah, it is bizarre, but it's pretty good.
So essentially, Garrett, you'll be totally down for this.
Yeah.
It's about like gigantic monsters that live in the hills or something, don't they?
They basically live on Earth.
Yeah.
Like they have taken it over,
Yeah.
and mankind has had to shelter themselves behind like
Giant
build
walls.
cities behind giant walls.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then it's kind of like just regular sized humans fighting Garrett sized humans.
But like these things eat you.
Yeah. And they basically all they do is they're humanoid. They usually have like real weird sort of like twisted like smiles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're just a bit bizarre looking. But they range anything from like I think it's like 4 meters to like 50 meters tall.
Damn.
So like my uncle to me, basically.
Yeah, basically. And then so they don't actually need to eat; they just like the taste of human flesh.
Oh, okay.
They don't speak at all or anything like that. They don't seem to be sort of overly intelligent, but they're obviously very hard to kill. And so they essentially create these teams of people designed to kill the Titans.
Oh wow.
And it's all very like because it's. Someone's going to yell at me out there, but I don't know when it's set. I mean, I know the year is 8:45, but I don't know if that's our 8:45 or it's supposed to be in the future, but it seems like it's in the past 8:45.
Oh, right. So
Yeah.
like a reset timeline.
Yeah, so it's like some of the, like a lot of the weapons that they're using, it's all very, I don't want to say steampunk, but it's kind of that.
Yeah.
Like they're all, they're gas operated and, they use swords and like with, not like rechargeable, but with replaceable blades and
Okay, yeah.
the wires that like spit out and like you can swing around and because you got to cut these things in the back of the neck. That's their only weak spot.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, but it's pretty cool. So I've knocked out. I'm about halfway through the first season of 24 episodes, or a little bit further than that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get through that. And I've got a bit of Fate Zero and stuff there that I've got to watch. So
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, are you subbed or dubbed?
Well, so with Attack on Titan, I couldn't really see an option.
Okay.
So maybe there is an option, but I went dubbed for that because I don't think that really matters.
Not for an anime anyway.
Yeah, but there's a movie that I've been told to watch called, and any anime fans out there will know this because it's 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, wow.
It's apparently quite brilliant. It's called Your Name. And so I've been told that I need to watch that with subtitles.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Which I've been watching Japanese cinema for the longest time. So
Yeah, right.
I'm more than happy to
Very
do that.
good.
Yeah.
Garrett, what about yourself?
Well, I mean, I guess catching on from that anime sort of train there, I've been watching. I have watched Batman Ninja. I think it's called Batman
Oh,
Ninja. I think
yeah.
it's called. Yeah, I just saw that.
How was that?
Horrible storytelling, but the colors and like the picturography in that is just amazing.
Yeah, right.
Picturography.
The picturography?
I guess
Is that the correct word I'm using?
Well, I guess if it's not cinema, it's not film.
Yeah.
So I guess
The colors were so bright.
the colors look great.
Yeah, but horrible storytelling, but a great, honestly, like great movie just to just watch and see like a whole different spin of Batman and the Joker in that. So
So what you're saying is it's a Zack Snyder movie.
pretty much
Shit story looks pretty.
Yeah. I've been watching that. I've also been getting into BoJack Horseman as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, I've actually enjoyed it because it's basically talking about how a past celebrity is like going through like the trials of what's going on after he becomes famous.
Who voices him?
Yeah, Will Arnett.
Yeah, it's
Will Arnett. Yeah,
he voiced him.
I tried to watch it just for the fact that he was voicing BoJack.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't get into it, man.
Yeah.
It's got some. It gets some like some pretty hefty reviews, man. Like people love this shit.
Yeah, it's decent. I would definitely recommend it.
Is it a Netflix original?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I'd have to double check. I'm pretty sure it is though.
Yeah.
It either is or they now have the rights, similar to like
Yeah.
Arrested Development, maybe.
Yeah. And the other thing I've been getting into as well has been Disenchantment, actually. So I've been watching that, and that's a little bit. I want to say like a cross of like Simpsons versus like a medieval sort of.
That's what that is. Okay,
Yeah,
does that,
Macaroni.
doesn't
yeah,
he?
yeah, he does. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I do feel that there's a couple of the characters, like the elf character in there, that's a little bit. Like I don't really know if he needs to be there.
Yeah.
But I guess it's coming down to basically the good versus evil in everyone.
Ah,
which I
fair
think.
enough.
Yeah, so it's I would definitely rate that as well. So definitely check that out. Yeah, that's what I'm getting into.
Very good.
Last couple of weeks. Yeah,
What,
batching
what about you, big boy?
Yeah.
Probably,
Ooh,
probably
what
the
have you been up to?
batching it up.
Batching it up big time. No, I've gone back to Fear the Walking Dead.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
which is,
Yeah.
man, I'll tell you what, if you're not watching Fear the Walking Dead, you need to get on it because it is bloody amazing. And it's doing something. I don't know if it's going to do it, but it looks like it's doing it. Something I've always wanted to see in Fear the Walking Dead because, in The Walking Dead, because they're in kind of like Tornado Alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they kind of going through The Walking Dead. And I've never seen a zombie tornado.
Oh wow! Oh, that
So
would be cool.
it's I think it's about to happen in Fear the Walking Dead because there seems to be some very strong winds, and I'm seeing zombies fly.
Flying. Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
okay. Interesting.
So, forget that twister scene. It's coming down to the Fear the Walking Dead.
Do you think a zombie would be able to like understand that's being flung at someone?
No.
Like, do you think?
No, not at all.
Not
You
at
don't think
all.
so? No.
It'd just be like, it wouldn't think at all.
Right.
It's
It's a zombie.
a zombie.
Oh, I know that.
It'd be like if a fucking pigeon. Yeah, I feel like zombies and pigeons have the same sort of brain. All I want is Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton to like rock up at some point and chase a zombie a twister.
tornado. Yeah.
Yeah. And have to use a belt to save
And,
themselves.
and also use 1997's technology
Yeah.
to do it as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's good. Hey, should we get into the main app?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it. Let's go.
This week we thought we would. So we're weirding it up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit strange. What we're going to do is we're going to create. We've created a round table out of this rectangle table that we have, and we're going to sit around and discuss what would be the best universe to live in. And we're going to have these specials kind of dropping every now and then. And the first one we wanted to do, obviously, is talk about the comic universes. So we're going to talk about the MCU, we're going to talk about the DCEU, and we're also going to throw in the Arrowverse.
Why not?
Why not? And we're basically going to go around and just discuss which one might be the best to live in, which one would be the shittest, Arrowverse, and go from there.
All right, let's kick it off with the MCU.
Okay.
Now, this seems to have more powered people in it than any other universe we've ever really seen because, the Avengers has got about 50 people in it at the moment.
Yeah.
And, you include all the breaking down teams. There's just people coming out of nooks and crannies. You've got Ant-Man now running around. Got Spider-Man. Who knows? The Venom's coming in there.
Wait, there's an Ant-Man?
Yeah.
And a Spider-Man?
And a Spider-Man. Yeah. So, I feel like you have to become a hero.
Right.
Because you rarely see proper villains in this MCU.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing with the MCU, as a human, as I am, just a regular, ordinary human, maybe slightly better looking than like ugly ones.
You're at least a solid 7.
I'm a solid 5, but I'm a can 7. But the MCU has actual real cities.
Yeah.
Cities. New York City. How many times has New York City been attacked? So I feel like it's probably more dangerous because, realistically, there's no Metropolis, there's no Gotham, there's stuff like that. I guess my point is, if I'm going to live in the MCU, I'm not going to live in New York.
Yeah.
Because it seems to be where all the shit goes. Right. And that's probably going to happen when you create a giant fucking building and put a huge A on it.
Home of the Avengers.
Home of the Avengers. Come fight us now.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what? I think they learnt from that because they did move it, downstate to New York.
Yeah, true. They did do that eventually.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But you may as well put a target on the building.
Well, absolutely.
Come here. Here we are. Here.
Yeah.
Red dot right here. Come on.
But I think, I don't know. I think it'd be good.
Yeah.
But I think it would be, I'd want to live in Wakanda.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you think they'd let me?
Oh, no. I don't think so, buddy. Sorry.
Well, I think they would, Troy.
Yeah, I think they would too.
I think Wakanda's changing and it's letting lots of things happen.
Now that they're opening up to, to the outside world. And whatnot,
exactly.
I might be welcome with open arms. Yeah. What do you think, Garrett?
I was thinking that I think the greatest thing about living in the Marvel universe would be seeing the technology advances throughout.
Oh,
the next few years. Like obviously, you got Stark has done so much just from Iron Man, the first one, all through to his suit now in Infinity War.
Yeah, but that's like you're also banking that Tony Stark's going to share that.
I guess,
technology.
So I guess he also did the scholarship at MIT as well. So I mean, like
which we all definitely would have gotten into. It would have 100% affected the three of us.
But still, I mean, that would have opened up obviously more technology to ourselves. Mark Zuckerberg probably would be working with Stark or something like that. You know, like I could see like a lot of technology coming out of it. Wakanda is opening up its doors, so Troy is finally allowed in there.
Yeah.
And like we would see a lot more coming through, a lot more advancements. So I think that would be really cool to live in, to see that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
See, I think you guys are forgetting like the bad stuff because we had the invasion on New York, and like Spider-Man did a pretty good version of this, like of telling what happens when alien technology gets into the hands of everyday citizens.
That's true. But again, and to all our friends in New York City, I apologize, but that's their problem.
Well, who's to say like that?
Because I haven't seen where's the Aussie superhero that where it's going to come over here and affect us.
I think his name's Clint, isn't it?
So you know what I mean? Like, unless obviously Captain Boomerang, but he's
Captain
in the DCEU, so it's not an issue.
Oh, what a horrible accent. Anyway.
That guy's really Australian.
Is he really?
Yes, Garrett.
He didn't sound Australian.
I think he just tried to Queensland it up a bit.
Yeah.
Just tried to bogan it up. But yeah, so
Yeah, I know, man. I feel like there will be kids cruising around on like little Shatari like air scooters and stuff like that.
Maybe.
Which would be cool to see. I mean, we'd finally get the hoverboards that we deserve,
Well, that's exactly right.
Right. Yeah.
What's going on there?
Save that for another rep. That's going to come up, I bet you.
Ooh.
There's some Back to the Future stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
But I see what you're saying. Like,
Yeah,
we could be living in a much more technologically advanced world than we are right now.
Do you think that would benefit though, or have a more hindrance? Because what's the good that came from it?
From what?
From I guess that invasion.
Oh,
well, I guess we don't really see too much of it. I guess
Phil Coulson got to live.
Did he though?
Yeah, that was
only to like a handful of people. He's alive.
Well, okay, true. He did have to keep it pretty quiet, but he still got to live. I'd be comfortable in the knowledge, knowing that he's potentially out there, still kicking along.
What happened to everyone that worked for Shield? Because it seems like. Yeah, well, it seems like it because, we have S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV show going, which is all S.H.I.E.L.D. agents.
Right.
Yeah.
But we see, is it in Captain America, the Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Like we see the fall of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, but they address that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. They address it, and that's kind of the reason why they...
Hydra coming in and infiltrating it. Oh,
that's the reason why they had to go underground. And that was the whole premise, or like part of the premise behind the whole Agents of Hydra. And all that sort of stuff in the framework and all that sort of stuff. So they addressed it all, and it was fine. But now it just seems like there's just 10 S.H.I.E.L.D. agents that get to keep working while everyone else is,
half of them are gone anyway.
Working at Denny's.
So, thanks to Thanos. So, that's that.
Oh, yeah. Well, so now there's like 5 of them.
But the thing is, though, you still have Nick Fury running around who seems like he's still running S.H.I.E.L.D., but S.H.I.E.L.D. don't know about him, and he doesn't know about everyone else.
Well, again, we're talking about what universe we'd rather live in. And I don't think that really sort of, affects us.
That affects me big time. If I have 2 governments going on at the same time that don't know about each other.
Well, would you even know?
I do now.
I don't. Yeah, no, we wouldn't know.
I'm going with the information that I currently know.
Okay. Well, let me tell you why living in the MCU is bad, right? You hit the nail on the head. If we're talking about this after the events of Infinity War,
Oh yeah.
one of you two is gone.
I don't know. Well, if you've seen Ant-Man, we're all gone.
We're all.
Well, yeah, we could.
Numbers are always against us.
Yeah, technically. So I mean, how shitty would that be?
How shitty would it be like when Thanos snapped his fingers? It's like the universe there's a clear, definitive line.
Yeah.
Right.
And only one half of that is gone. It's not like it went evenly across everything. So there's still half the universe still has the same issue that it has.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I technically did my job,
Yeah.
but it's not right.
Well, I would rather spend my time thinking about all the things that people were doing when they turned to dust. Like, you know, think about...
Can you imagine that just being behind?
Yeah, think about
with an
poor
ashy
old-
dick.
I'm sorry, my love.
you know what I mean? Like, think about that for a second. Like you're, you know, I don't know.
Get the baby lotion out.
Halfway through taking a shit. And it just starts ashing to the toilet bowl.
Wow.
And then, you know, and the rest of you starts going with it.
Well, I guess you wouldn't know unless you're like looking.
Right.
Oh,
Well, you'd probably see
you
it
guys
flying.
don't?
You'd probably see it flying out. You know, like in between your legs, and then you're going at the same time. You're like, oh, this is how I go. This is it. All right.
No, it's kind of like you know how when you kind of get too deep on the toilet into like social media, and then you can't feel your legs.
Yeah.
It'd be like that, except like you'd be like, oh god, I must have been on it for a while. I can't feel my legs.
You try
And
to
then
stand up.
You try to stand up, and you ain't got no legs. So
You know what'd be the worst part though?
What?
It's like, you know, they're going to reverse it.
Right.
Now, what
Probably.
happens if like people are like that and they've dropped their phone into the toilet and like they get snapped back to reality and they just like rematerialize and they look down and they've dropped their phone in the bathroom?
Would they rematerialize where they were?
yeah, think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Because imagine you were the taking a shit guy, and then you got rematerialized into like, I don't know, Broadway in New York. And you're in the middle of Broadway.
Your pants down,
with your
around
pants
your
down.
ankles.
And I'm assuming, I don't know how this all works, you've got to finish what you started.
Well, I guess.
But I guess
so.
maybe that's probably just
Or
a
do you
regular...
just turtle head it and just get on out of there, man?
Look, I wouldn't be surprised if that's a regular occurrence, right in the heart of New York City anyway. But yeah, look, I mean, maybe that should have been the episode.
Yeah. Like, what happens after the snap?
What happens after the snap?
Like the snap back.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Oh man, yeah.
Anyway,
We're talking about it now, I guess.
where are we up to? What are we doing?
Well, what else? I guess would be about the MCU. I guess that we would like about living there, or what we wouldn't like. living
Both,
there.
either way,
Yeah.
either or.
I mean, I think it'd be great, to be honest with you. I think it'd be awesome to see superheroes just coming through. Like living in New York, and again, I know you're saying that you wouldn't want to live in New York, but New York's a beautiful place, as you know.
Yeah.
And but
Oh,
just
look,
getting to see Spidey, just like, you know, you're driving to work and you see Spidey just going through.
Nah.
That'd be cool.
I would hate that.
You would hate that?
I'm a 31-year-old man busting my ass, working hard, and there's a fucking 12-year-old kid who's got superpowers. Where's the justice in that shit?
And he's like, you know, you're trying to do your job,
Yeah.
and he's swinging past you, and all of a sudden all your papers fly up
Yeah.
in the air because, you know...
Oh, because he's going past so quickly.
Because he went
Yeah,
past so
yeah.
quick, and it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm just trying to live here.
I need those papers. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
My week ain't over.
So what do we think? Do we think that the MCU is worth living in? Do the pros outweigh the cons?
I think so.
No.
No, I don't think.
100% no if we take into account the snap.
Yeah, I don't want to live in the MCU. You can,
Yeah, no, I'm going to live there.
and like I feel like there's so much about the snap that could like just mess life up. Because what if it's like half your body's gone? Not like half the life.
Well,
No, I think
I
it
don't
is
think
half.
that's how it
It's
works.
only half. It's half of all life.
Yeah.
So like dogs. Oh man, dogs.
yeah, dogs
are
gone. Cats.
Oh, damn.
You like cats? Gone.
Well, they can stay.
Well, half
gone.
the cats are gone.
I wish all the cats are gone.
Yeah, no, not a fan of cats, but I mean the dogs. Damn, poor things.
So anyway, before we depress
Yeah,
all the
sorry.
listeners with this talk of, you know, dusty dogs. Yeah, look, it's I don't know. I think I would question whether they're going to actually, you know, like there would be some serious real world ramifications. Imagine if all three of us survived in a world after the snap, and the shit. Half of the people that were doing half of the jobs that keep the world turning, you know what I mean? Industry, all that sort of stuff.
I think half the people who are alive would be like, all right, man, I can live with this now.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But you got to think, like,
Well,
you've got to do,
leaders
you've
as
got
well.
to, well, who cares about them? but you've got to do twice the work now.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe that's twice the pay, though.
Because, wow. Who's paying you? You know, you got half a payroll team now, mate. You know, they're struggling themselves.
All right.
So, and your boss, your CEO, he's gone. So no one's there to sign off the checks.
Oh, damn.
I am not living in the MCU.
Nah. So I'm not. You're not. Garrett.
I am.
Oh,
right,
you're
okay,
a sucker,
that's
mate.
If I'm still there. If I'm in the Soul Stone, then who cares? I'm in the Soul Stone, man. That's what it
Well,
is.
you don't know what the Soul
Yeah.
Stone's like.
It could be hell.
I don't think it's
it
like,
could be hell.
you know.
Legitimate.
It could be hell because you
I'll take
could
my
be
chances.
in there. And the whole point of the Soul Stone is that it's nothing but soul music
Yeah.
the entire time.
But
I'm
bad.
okay with that.
No,
I'm
but
alright with that.
bad soul
But
music.
bad soul. Like if I wrote it.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, in that case, no.
All right. Let's move on to the DCEU or
Okay.
the worlds of DC.
Yeah. Okay. So
not going anywhere near Gotham.
Or Metropolis?
No, nowhere near.
Because
I'll be in
one
the
thing,
outskirts.
one thing about the DCEU is that it is actually like more worldwide.
yeah, Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
It's
Mr. 305.
It's Pitbull's.
Yeah.
It's Pitbull's world.
He's the world president.
He is. Pitbull is Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
notice how you never see the two of them in the same room at the same time?
Of course,
Makes
Troy. You.
so much sense.
I
That's
just cracked
amazing.
it. I cracked the code.
Well, I guess you have Central City as well.
Yeah.
Yep, Central City, Gotham, Metropolis, Cairns, Australia,
It still exists.
Smallville.
Yeah.
Smallville. I mean, like I think it'd be cool to live in there again because you get to see the superheroes. But I mean, I would not live in Gotham or Metropolis. It's like-
Well, I don't know why anyone lives in Gotham.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I don't know what's the pull to go to Gotham.
Right.
Come to the most like dangerous city in the world, where we have a crazy man dressed up as a bat protecting us because the police can't do it or the police are bored.
so stretched thin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like your hero is me, but better.
Yeah.
And with cool tech. Like, I'm sorry. I don't think that sounds like the safest place. I definitely, I would stay right away from Gotham.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's all of Gotham that's like terribly bad.
I thought
because
it-
there seems to be a massive divide, right? It seems to be like it's like a, oh God, I'm insulting so many American cities, and I'm sorry, but like San Francisco. Like there is the 1% that live in, Silicon Valley and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and they're making like millions and millions and millions of dollars, and then you've got the homeless people,
Yeah.
which are everywhere. So it's kind of like, it seems like it's very much that. It's like you've got your uber rich, and then it just the next level is your criminal scum.
I'm only going by like obviously Arkham Knight and that, but I mean, from my understanding is that the crime bosses in Gotham own different parts of the city.
Right.
So I believe that just off the top of my head, I believe Joker has the Bowery. I believe that, or it might be the Penguin. I think, and Two Face has an area. Penguin has an area. Like they all are like basically it's a massive turf war, and Batman's in the middle, just like stay there. You stay over there. You stay here.
Would it be is Gotham supposed to be that world's New York?
I believe
That's
so,
what it
yeah.
seems like.
I
right?
thought that's what Metropolis was.
Well, that's the other argument.
Because I thought that's what that was.
yeah, or is Gotham?
It's the Chicago.
No, I think
Well, that's-
Metropolis is Chicago, and I think Gotham is like.
But Metropolis
New
is
York.
the major city.
Yeah.
So
Oh, is
that
it?
would
Okay.
technically have to make it New York, right? And then so what is Gotham?
Maybe it's
Detroit.
like Atlanta or something.
Chicago.
Well, it's basically Jersey because it's like right across the river.
Well, I guess in the
It is
DC,
too. You're right.
it's Boston.
I could no.
no.
It'd have to be. It'd have to
It'd
be.
be Jersey. It would have to be New Jersey.
Wow, Gotham is New Jersey. I am. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And Metropolis is New York.
Well, now that we've figured that out, I'd probably much rather live in Metropolis anyway. And that's nothing. I've been to some parts of New Jersey and it's lovely.
Yeah.
I have no idea. You've been there more than me. You lived there for a while.
Yeah. I mean, no, Jersey's great. Jersey's Jersey. I mean, as people know. But it's yeah. I mean, I guess it's the better side, I guess, than New York. I'd probably say.
You think that's the better side?
I'll be honest. Yeah, I think so. To be honest with you, I mean, I feel like there's yeah.
Well, you lived there.
I have.
How long did you live in Jersey for?
About a year.
About a year.
Yeah.
And in that year, how many 15 minutes across the bridge trips to New York City did you take?
Like 6. I
Yeah,
think.
6 in a year.
Wow.
So that's you can't argue. You can't argue that point.
That's true. The fact I wanted to go over there.
I almost spent more time in New York City when I was there for like 9 days.
You're right. You did.
But anyway, I digress. Metropolis seems better, but then Metropolis also got hammered, absolutely hammered
during Zod.
During Man of Steel Zod. Because remembering, of course, we're trying to keep it to the DCEU.
Yeah.
So yeah, Themyscira, can I live there? That seems nice.
It seems great.
Amazing.
I think you can go there on holiday.
Can I? Yeah,
They
as
do
long as I
boat
can.
cruises there.
Yeah, as long as I can at least visit.
Kentucky tours, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or like I don't know. We haven't really seen Atlantis yet, so I don't know what that's going to look like.
But that'd be cool as well. I mean, can you
I
imagine
heard it's wet
travel?
season 24/7.
I don't know.
I think it'd be great. I mean, like talking to a travel agent about going to Atlantis or going to Themyscira, and
It'd be fun when you think about it like that.
Yeah.
Like when you're just like, oh, where are we, honey? Where are we going to go for a holiday? And it's like, oh, how about we go on a cruise through the Themysciran Islands?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, that sounds nice.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
What I also like about the DCEU, it seems like every city has their own hero.
Yeah.
Whereas, MCU is like all in the heart of New York.
Well, like I think if you break it down a little, just remember how many heroes New York has.
Oh, yeah. like New York must be the most dangerous place in the world.
Yeah, because it's got like, and I don't want to go back to the MCU or anything like that, but and I'm bringing in Netflix, which is technically connected.
It's all
We know
part
that.
of it.
It's all part of it.
Yeah.
But like you've got like heroes in every borough, like, and they need to have a hero in every borough as well as a team of mega heroes to oversee the whole thing. And then what is like, I don't know, what does Detroit get? Steel.
Yeah.
No, that's that's the DC.
That's
but
DC,
but
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like they don't get much. Who's the Detroit hero? Who's Marvel's
can we
Detroit
use a
hero?
can we use a Google?
I'm going to use a Google
Oh,
to
we're using
find out
this
who
one,
that
yeah.
is. Yeah, I'm using a Google. You guys.
Well, look,
Yeah.
Star City have the Flash.
Right.
That's pretty amazing. I feel
Central
like
City
Star.
has the
Oh, is
Flash.
it Central
Central
City?
City, yeah.
I feel like that's a pretty safe little place to be.
I think it'd be awesome to live in Star City.
I imagine.
Sorry,
Central City.
Central
Yeah,
City.
imagine that. Like you're going to work,
Yeah.
and my papers were disrupted by the Flash. I would feel like I had a celebrity just run past me.
Where's the Hall of Justice again? Is that in Metropolis or is that in Central City?
Ooh.
Because that would be cool as like a tourist destination.
Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah, there's like walkthroughs and you see the entire Justice League there.
Yeah.
In a meeting.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
The Avengers wouldn't let you do that.
No, they wouldn't. No. Although Batman, I feel like would have like some pretty high security to like make sure that everyone was getting in there. That they wouldn't hurt anyone there. So,
Well, of course. I mean,
yeah.
Batman's Batman.
Yeah.
Have you found out who lives in?
Who was there?
Well, so all right. Some really well-known heroes
Okay.
live in Detroit
Yeah.
by the name of Gary Gilbert,
Oh.
aka Firebrand.
Okay.
I'm assuming his wife Roxanne Gilbert, and that's pretty much it. Bolivar Trask from X-Men, which doesn't really count in the MCU, but yeah, there's not really a lot.
Fair enough.
So we have a major concentration in New York, but everywhere else.
Yeah, like no one can just move to Detroit and just look after that.
Oh,
You know,
wait. Doesn't Vixen look after that?
That's DC, man. We're going back to MCU.
No, we're in DC world, mate. Forget MCU.
All right, okay, all right, fine.
So we have Steel in Detroit.
I'm pretty sure. I
Yeah.
could be wrong.
And Vixen. That's a good mix right there.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, it's cool. It is what it is. But yeah, look, I think Smallville seems nice.
Yeah, I'll move to Smallville.
It seems like it could be a nice place
It's
to
like
live.
it's full of kryptonite.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
I'll dig that. I'll dig that.
Well,
Well,
it might
kryptonite's
mutate
not
you.
going to affect you, is it? Like,
Well,
It might
well,
mutate
look,
you. Yeah.
exactly. Like if we move into this next universe of like let's decide first. Is DCEU you going to live there?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say yes.
Because I feel the world is safer in DCEU, even though the threats are like huge. We have like gods running around, like literally gods.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just want to confirm something here for a second. It seems like Steele actually lives in Washington.
Oh, he's moved.
Yeah. So originally he was in Metropolis, but obviously there just wasn't enough room for him. So he looked after the streets of DC. Washington,
That's
DC.
still cool. Though. Washington DC is a nice place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it seems lovely. I've never been. I will say yes to living in the DCEU purely for those probably overly expensive cruise trips through the islands of Themyscira.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah. I'm a definite yes as well.
Okay.
Ooh.
Just for going. Well, I mean, getting to go to Atlantis, that'd be cool as well. Like,
Yeah, that'd be pretty rad.
Staying in like an underwater hotel.
Yeah.
How cool would that be? Like,
Do you reckon
would it be,
Atlantis has a
though?
good nightlife?
Considering it's probably like realistically completely in the dark at all times.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I reckon they're just raving down there the whole time.
Just non-stop.
They're getting those glow-in-the-dark fish and shaking them around their hands as they're dancing.
And like like electric eels or something
Yeah.
or whatever they are.
the anglerfish. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just everyone has to like switch on their anglerfish every time they get into their house. I feel like it's like every club would be called something like
Anglerfish.
No, it'd be called like like liquid or
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean. Like everything would be like some sort of wet reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
H2O.
Whoa. All right, so let's move on to the Arrowverse.
Yeah,
and
let's-
whether we'd want to live in the Arrowverse. And look, I will say this: why not?
Yeah, why not?
Doesn't seem to be too bad.
No.
I mean, like Central City seems pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. It had a name change.
Even Star City, like as long as you stay away from the friggin' whatever those things were called, the I don't know, the docks.
The docks. Yeah.
Whatever they were.
Why are the docks so dangerous in Gotham and Star City?
Because that's where all the bad guys live. Because all bad guys are fishermen.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, what if
I don't
you-
know. That's an actual fact.
Yeah, it's true.
All bad guys are fishermen.
Fish are full of drugs.
Yeah.
That's the only way drugs get made is through fish.
Yeah. So Star City doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, I'd live there.
Like there's some sort of mayoral party every other week. Where they host some sort of gala or something, and it all seems pretty nice. Sure, it gets shot up just about every time.
Yeah.
But you get to dress up though.
But you get to dress
Yeah,
up.
you get to look nice.
There seem to be a lot of good things going on.
It seems to be at that very nice temperature where it's never hot there.
Everyone is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've noticed that, but pretty much every single person that ever speaks within the CW Arrowverse is quite attractive.
It's
whether male or female, they all, they're all good-looking kids.
Of course.
So maybe we couldn't go there.
We don't meet the entry level.
We'd go from a 5 to a 2.
Yeah. It's like I'm a Can 7, but I'm a Star City 1.5.
1.5.
I guess that decides where you live in that city. So if you're below 5, you're down at the docks.
You're down at the docks.
You're a criminal.
Everyone below 5, you're down at the docks.
They just hand you a pocket knife. Like, here,
Yeah.
you put a scar on your face right now. Okay.
I mean, honestly, you may as well. Have you seen your
Yeah.
face? Like, look at it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, and then you've got the whole. This is one of the only ones that really has the multiverse.
Yeah.
So you could potentially find yourself in a position that you could end up, on another Earth. You could be hanging out with Supergirl. You could be hanging out with whoever.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And don't forget this: that goddamn reactor.
Gave nearly 90% of Central City some goddamn metahuman powers.
Yeah, and not only that, it seems to have spread everywhere.
Yeah.
So there's a very, very high possibility that you could become a metahuman with a power based on whatever you're doing right now when the thing goes off.
What's the most common thing that you're doing that would happen when that went off?
I would probably become like Netflix man.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how that works.
You have the ability to log into anyone's Netflix account.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's pretty good. And because I was going to say maybe it's just like I just go around to people and it's like, are you still watching? and like I just make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably a way cooler power where I can log into their Netflix account and what can I do from there? Don't know.
I don't know. I think the "Are you still watching?" is pretty good power as well.
So instead of that coming up on the screen, you appear.
Yeah. It's
Like,
just me.
blink.
And it's like, hey,
Are you still watching?
Are you still watching? And they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, okay, sweet.
Or you pop up as well as skip intro and you grab their remote and you fast forward.
Ah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Then you press play.
I like that. So Netflix, man. What about you, Garrett? What's the most common thing that you're doing?
I would probably say typing. So
You'll be typo man.
I'd be typo man, or just typo.
Just typo. Yeah,
typo.
That's not a bad name.
So anytime you like typos everywhere, you
Yep.
speak. Oh, you look great, but you're like, you look shit. I mean, I'm
No.
typo man.
It would just be me with a keyboard, just going around and just typing on people, just going around. Just
Wow.
That is,
See, in my head, I'm trying to think of a way that I can make that funny.
yeah.
But
I guess he could become hacker man.
I guess.
Ooh,
yeah.
Hacker Man, yeah,
Well, maybe he's just like,
Amen.
I don't know, he's just assignment guy.
Assignment guy.
And he just goes around and he just like writes everybody's assignment.
I just as soon as I go to a university, I'm just like,
Yeah, it's like-
I just
yeah.
like, oh yes, I'm in heaven. Here we go. Yeah, let's do it. Let's
so
do it.
you're obviously a superhero because you go around.
Yeah,
and
they're
and
helping people.
And you're helping people. You're helping people finish their assignments. What about you, Cade?
I think it'd have to be like
Jack off man.
Yeah, wank man. No. I think it'll have to be like working man or like podcasting man.
Working man.
Working,
Oh, God.
I'm the working man.
God.
So you just have do you just have like a tool belt on you as well and a hard hat?
Yeah. So like, I could walk into anywhere and fix anything.
Well, okay, so you're a graphic designer
Yeah.
by trade, which isn't a thing, but
That's a made up job. You sound like my dad.
but you're a graphic designer.
Yes.
So that's your work.
Yeah.
So then your work would technically be like you would be some sort of you'd be like a graphic design man. You'd be GD man.
Yeah.
Right. And you'd basically go in, and you would take people's shitty artwork
And make it nice.
and make it better.
Yeah.
Or you create buildings.
Yeah, and then charge them hundreds and hundreds of dollars to do.
I didn't ask for this, but it's done, and you owe me. I'll be
Here's
a
a
crime
bill.
lord.
Here's a bill for $800 for
Yeah.
that half hour's work. So yeah, all right. So we got one villain at least. That's
Yeah,
good.
I like that.
GD man, typo, and God, Netflix guy. Anyway,
So I know. I think I like the CW verse the best.
Yeah.
I'm not against it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got there's no world-ending events,
No.
right? So you don't have to worry about that. Everyone is good looking, so by proxy,
You would
maybe
become less good looking.
that's not how I was hoping that would work, Garrett. But so everyone's good looking, so that's a plus.
That's a plus.
Right.
We'd all get powers.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Here's another good thing. If you were shit in this life, just go to another world, take care of the person that you were there, and just live his life.
That's true. You have like an almost infinite amount of possibilities to do over.
Yeah.
And if you ever die, there are actual, genuine Lazarus pits that
Yes,
apparently
there is.
Oh,
anyone
wow.
can get to.
That's right.
And, you can just resurrect yourself.
Yep.
So I guess you'd go to like for me, I mean, like I would probably go to a universe where I was a Hollywood actor,
Yeah.
and then you would go there and just take over their life. And
Except there'll be like overnight, Garrett got shit at acting. Because you haven't, just because you've taken over that life doesn't mean you were prepared for it.
That's like saying, I go to Earth 9 and, my doppelganger over there is a fighter pilot. And I'm like, fuck this guy. Just off him, jump in a plane, immediately crash it, kill myself, and have to go and find a Lazarus pit. Or Kate has to come and find me and chuck me in a Lazarus pit. It doesn't work like
I'd still do it. I'd create I'd create like I'd create a movie that would be like just completely weird, I think, and it'd be like, I don't know, and then I'd call it like my Citizen Kane or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, in the CW verse, there's also time travel.
Well, there is, yeah. That's true.
Wow.
I feel like the CW verse is easily the best universe to live in now.
Now, we know that we're probably going to get some sort of variations of time travel coming up in the MCU, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, it doesn't exist in the DCEU. I know we got Flash, and he did that thing, and, whatever.
Yeah. That could have been a dream.
Could have been a dream.
Could have been something else. Yeah.
Or a nightmare sequence. But, so it's, look, I think it's official, and I never thought I'd say it, because before we started this, I'm like, why the fuck would you ever want to live in the CW-verse?
Yeah.
It's the best place to live.
I want to move there right now.
We would get superpowers. We could go to another planet.
Yep.
We could this time travel. I mean,
Jitters seems like they do pretty good coffee.
I love coffee.
You know what
It's
I
the
mean? I
best.
love coffee.
yeah.
So there it is. There it is, you guys. Let us know out of the MCU, DCEU, and the Arrowverse, which one you'd want to live in and why. And you can hit us up on all the regular places.
And that's going to do it for another episode. Stay tuned for next week's show where we don't know what's going to be. It's always something good.
There's something happening.
We'll make it up on the spot.
I'll just rock up one day and we'll just start recording some random stuff. It's going to
like that.
happen.
Yeah.
It's happening.
It's happening now.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, where can people find us?
People can find us on social media under Comic Confidential Podcast on Facebook,
Yep.
Instagram, Twitter, everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It's true.
We have a Facebook listener community, and that is Comic Confidential Listener Community. Answer one question. The question is, what is the name of this podcast? And you can get in there and have some very friendly conversations.
Yeah, you can. And look, let me just say that it's not comic, it's not confidential, it's not listener community, it's not the Comic Confidential listener community. The answer is just Comic Confidential. That's all you need to put to get in. That's all you got to do.
Just put whatever you want. Just put whatever you want.
No, whatever you want.
If they literally do not answer the question.
Well, that's not true.
That's true.
That's not true. Because if you're invited by a current member,
You get in.
That isn't
That's
a bot.
VIP access. That's you get behind the curtain.
Yeah, you get behind the curtains. We're not going to expect you to answer the question.
Yeah.
Our bouncer
We do
isn't
it
really that good.
Like you are bound by law to listen to the show.
Well, that's one of
If you're
the.
going to be in the listener community. But yeah, other than that, heaps of friendly chats. There's a website.
That's comicconpod.com, past episodes, future episodes, and everything in between.
There, that's it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for more, but that's it. We have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/ComicConPod, where you can support the show for as little as $1 a month. And the last time I did that, I'm pretty sure I said $1 a week, and that's a damn lie.
Oh.
Because it's $1 a month. That's like making out like it's $4 a month. Do you know what $4 a month gets you?
Nothing.
More. It gets you slightly more stuff than what $1 a month gets you.
I guess 4 times as much.
4 times as much. I don't know how it works. So do that, you guys.
Do that.
Join that. Do that. If you don't want to do that, don't do that. But just keep listening.
Yeah.
You know,
And say hello.
and say hello. Just drop in every now and then.
Drop in every now and then.
Just say a little hello. That's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for listening. As always, I'm Troy,
I'm Cade.
And I'm Garrett.
and this has been Comic Confidential, a pop culture podcast.
Cheers.
Peace.
See ya.
See ya. Is
See
that
ya.
your thing?
Wow.
Wow. Wow, Garrett.
I did.
I don't want to say it's shit, but it's
Wow.
shit.
I mean, I did do.
See you what?
I did do Stay Classy, and then
Yeah, that was the worst.
I had the cease and assist from Universal, so I just
Yeah.
Shut your bitch mouth.
Look, honestly, I mean, if anyone has any other suggestions, because I can't think of any.
No, I guess see you works.
Nah.
No.
I don't want to say you shat the bed, but you shat the bed.
Oh man.
Boy, I'll just go that one. Boy. Oh, all right.
If you love this podcast, then head over to comicconpod.com to check out the other incredible shows on our network.
Whether you love comedy, pop culture, or movie and TV reviews, CC Radio has got you covered.